On July 26, 2023, in Port Orange, Florida, an 11-year-old girl sent a text message to 911 with a fabricated claim. She falsely reported that an armed individual in a white van had kidnapped one of her friends and stated that she was tracking the vehicle along Interstate 95. This deceptive report triggered a massive emergency response involving multiple law enforcement agencies and a helicopter search, though no such van was ever located. Investigators eventually tracked the mobile device to a local residence, where they confronted the child and her father.
Hi there, how you doing? Is this your residence, sir?
This is.
Do you have a daughter or a child at the home named by Lily Lee?
No.
No?
Anybody home?
Yeah, my wife, my kids. We just got home from Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I have an Ava and a Mikey.
Ava and a Mikey?
Yep.
1 Delta 5.
Would you like to see them?
Can you invite that PX
sorry,
to parking in, please?
Lily Lee. How old is she? There's only one girl running around here besides Ava, I think.
What was that for?
Yeah, he's getting a phone number that we got a 911 call from. It sounded like a young female, so, and we're just trying to verify.
So, 348?
Not me.
No?
No. The only 38673. Everything else is.
Okay.
If you'd like to see my
If you
kids.
don't mind,
Yep.
just that way we can just cross that off
Come on up.
our keys.
Lily Lee, you said, right?
Lily Lee.
I'm going to ask my daughter if she knows. So there's only one girl that runs around here. She has blonde hair and she's always on a quad. That's the only one right there that would be on Poppy Lane with kids besides me. They're about 75. He has not yet moved in, Bob.
Okay.
So this
That
house.
house,
That
but
one. Okay.
it might be the house, it may be the garage, because I know they live inside the garage, but I think they only have boys.
Okay.
My wife knows both of them.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so somebody called in, or well, they texted.
Sorry, I'm in my pajamas.
No, it's fine.
You're fine.
Someone texted into 911 that someone was getting kidnapped and they were on the interstate, but then when they went and did like a location on the phone, the address was showing up here.
What is Ava's 386 number? I forgot about that.
And it was coming from this number, and it was saying that a friend was getting kidnapped from the Chick-fil-A in Palm Coast, and then said that it was on 95 involving a blue Jeep and a van. So, but then when they did the location of phone, that's what brought us to your house.
So this phone number was set for Ava like a couple of months ago.
Okay.
We've had it off.
What about the call
And
log for the
just gave it
9:30?
to her a few,
Go
like
through the entire
5
phone.
days ago.
Yep. Central is on the phone.
You
I don't
didn't text anybody. You didn't accidentally push the power button 3 times and get to 911. No.
I didn't text 911.
I don't know how you text 911, but I forgot all about her phone because we haven't had it on in months.
I know we literally have had it shut off. We had like a free line opportunity like months ago and had not and turned it on and have all these calls coming in that we don't know.
Sheriff,
So
would you like a bottle of water?
I'm good.
Oh, I'm
There you
good.
go.
Thank you very much.
yeah, so all these other numbers. So there's a phone call out to 911.
There's a phone call out to
Yeah.
Right there.
911? What time?
That's
There's
her
one
call.
right
That's
here.
her calling it.
There's 911 again
Or
right there.
This phone was called
These
in.
numbers calling back in are no caller ID.
You did.
Well, there's 3 different times that 911 was called out from this phone.
9:30 a.m.
Yep.
That was the
matches.
initial call.
Twice.
No, I didn't mean to call that because I.
But you did.
20 seconds long on the first time. Second one call was canceled.
When did I'm just so confused. I'm sorry. When did you got a message about an interstate?
So there was a text message from someone saying they were behind a car
Could I call this
who
back?
was kidnapped.
That's
Their friend was kidnapped from a Chick-fil-A in Palm Coast, and they were on the interstate behind the car.
What time is this?
This
Today?
is like, yeah, this is today. This
We
is actively
got
going on
home
right
at
now.
2:30 in the morning,
Okay.
so we were here the whole time since 2:30. We were on the interstate coming home
Ava,
from
everything's showing that
Pennsylvania.
Right.
you called
We
out.
we showed up here like 2:10, 2:15
Okay.
And we
yeah,
went to
but,
bed.
But these 911 calls
for this
count.
morning. You were calling 911? You were. Don't look surprised. You did. You
Did
did
you
it
just-
on your
No.
phone.
Did they say anything to you? No one said anything to you?
Did you say, Ava, you have to explain what happened here. Something's going on. What did you know? What do you know?
Mikey, go inside. Ava, get your shoes on. Come out here.
I didn't hit anything.
Want me to close the door?
I just hit.
You're not in trouble. We just need to know what happened. I need to know and understand because this is like weird.
Because we got to make sure that there's not somebody that's being kidnapped on the interstate. We're trying to find them, and all of
Open
a
your
sudden-
mouth if you said something on the phone.
I didn't say anything.
Everything on your phone is telling me that you made a phone call to 911.
But I didn't talk.
Why did you make a call to 911?
Because it kept popping up. I didn't know what it was.
No, you made the initial call. Right there. You made the first call at 9:24 a.m. and canceled it. Then you called again at 9:30 a.m. Then they called you back at 9:42. And that was a 48-second conversation.
So what did you say? What did they say? Who was it?
Do they have this recorded?
Mm-hmm.
Could I hear it?
I can't record it. I can't hear it from my own end, but they do have it at our dispatchers.
The call notes that we had from the 9:30 conversation when she called in, she said that she was sorry, she called by accident, and that there was no emergency.
All right, Miss Ava, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions and to have the lawyer present during any questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before my questioning if you wish.
We're reading her rights.
Because you did something fucking stupid!
Right.
Let me explain something here, okay? You can cry about this. That what you've done here is a felony, okay? It's a felony crime, and you probably had 20 law enforcement officers at least, a helicopter, and all running with lights and siren on high speed to try to apprehend or try to stop a serious forcible felony from happening. Do you know what happens if one of those officers crashes and gets killed on the way to responding to something that you did as a joke? So you better take this serious. Can she ask her questions?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm not done yet with reading this. I'm just going to start from the beginning, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions and to have a lawyer present during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed to you before my questioning if you wish. If you decide to answer questions without a lawyer present, you will still have the right to stop answering at any time. You also have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk to a lawyer. Do you understand each of these rights as I've explained them to you? Do you want to talk to us now?
And he's going to give you a form, a juvenile rights form.
You are going to listen to this word for word and pay attention to every single word.
Is she diagnosed with any kind of mental health issues or anything like that? Okay, what is her diagnosis?
She has ADD, she has a learning disorder.
Okay. Because what I want to know basically is how did we get to where we made a decision to do something like this today? Maybe you can help us with that as to what the intent was here, or what how we got the idea to do it, or
Too much freedom on the phone the last few days. We were on vacation. We went to Pennsylvania. We left on Friday from here. And we just had a long road trip home, and she was on the phone in the back of the car the whole day. And she got, yesterday morning, we gave her friends her phone number, and everybody all of a sudden got her phone number yesterday morning. My mom had it.
Did she just get this
For
phone?
the first time.
Yes, back. Well, she had the phone for probably 3 days, and we took it away from her.
Has she ever done something like this before?
Never.
Okay, so here's your chance to explain yourself. Keep in mind, I've had thousands of people try to lie to me. So if you lie to me, we're going to be done. We're going to be done talking. So explain to me where your mind was and what happened today and what you did. Speak up.
I said all that stuff.
Speak up.
Louder.
So we can all hear you. I guarantee when you're talking to your friends, you're as loud as can be. Don't be a little mouse now. Speak up. I want to be able to hear you. Okay, you're talking around. So, what were you trying to accomplish by? Did you get on a text and say that somebody was kidnapped? Okay. How did you come up with the location of where to tell them that you were?
It's on your phone.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Can you go get her phone?
It's right
We
here.
we have her phone.
Okay.
I did.
Did you have a sign of
You
consent?
deleted it. Good. There's deleted messages. How do you get to deleted messages on
Why
a
did you
phone?
make this up though? Where did it come from? What made you make this? Were you scared at any time? Did you see something?
How do you get to deleted messages on a whole phone? I don't even want to look at her right now.
So you deleted these messages. Would you be willing to give us consent to take her phone and have it done? Okay, let's fill out an electronic consent form and
I've got the passcode for it too.
Alright.
They already gave it to us.
I'll tell you a weird
I'm
thing
gonna
with
put this
phone.
on airplane mode.
When did we get our T-Mobile account? It had to be over a year ago.
It was February of 2022 because I just broke my phone and I was just out of line.
So this is who you have as your mobile service now, is T-Mobile?
And
Okay.
we had a free phone line. And because with the package,
I just
that
put
was
it on
a 4
airplane
lines.
mode,
So
so
I
it's
said,
not
you know
connected
what?
to this
That was
right
my
now.
old phone. I got a new
He's
phone.
gonna have
I
you
said,
sign a
give it to
consent
her, it'll
form.
be her phone
We'll
when
get the
she's ready.
passcode for the phone
I
from
didn't
you,
like the
and then
first
they
couple of
can,
days the way things were going. I literally shut that phone off because it was free and it has been sitting in my laptop briefcase since we had that. And then today, like right before vacation, we were going through our stuff in the closet and I said, she wanted her phone and she asked and I said, okay. And I said, you can have it. And then she had a lot of freedom on it in the road trip. Clearly.
What else?
And that's
What
where
else are
we're
we
at.
gonna find on that phone?
What else did you do wrong that they are going to see on that phone? I'm handing them the phone. If there is a problem, they are going to find it.
Where did you figure out where to text this information to, saying that somebody was kidnapped? How did you figure out how to do that? Yeah, you dialed 911 first?
You guys won't do this.
Something
I think it was, sorry I dialed the wrong number
Sorry,
and it
dialed the wrong
disconnected.
number. So she's building herself up to doing this. And then that was the disconnect. And then the text of the whole kidnapping and somebody with a gun and somebody started at a different location. Where did you say it started at? Okay, where at Palm Coast? Okay, how'd you come up with that? It's an awful elaborate plan here to just say it just popped in your head.
Did you see something somewhere? Did somebody
You need
do
to
this and say it? Like, where did this come from? I'm really confused.
Ava, you need to tell the exact truth. I don't want a story. I don't care what it is. I want the exact truth.
You can't make this go away by being quiet. The only thing that's going to happen to you is you're going to end up in a pair of handcuffs going to our juvenile facility. I'm not going to mince any words with you. That's a very distinct possibility of what can happen here today. Don't look at your mother. She didn't have any part in this. This was all you.
Yesterday, my brother said something that I was just made me pop in my head. And then I ended up doing it today and doing all this. And then,
Was he part of planning this with you?
no, he just said it. And then
What did he say?
he said, let's dial 911.
This is your brother?
Yeah, he said it yesterday.
You wanna
He said,
get him?
let's dial 911.
Well, we can when we're done. Well, you can wait a minute, but
I call bullshit.
So then I said, no, we can't. And then we have an idea this morning. And then I just,
so you're trying to blame this on your brother?
you could ask him.
Did he?
7.
Was he with you when you made this call?
No. I just
Okay. Was he
said-
with you when you made these texts?
No.
Okay. Then you did this. You were on your own for this. And if your brother's 7 years old, you're not going to blame your 7-year-old brother for this.
Where was your brain when you came to the point and said, let's make a call on 911? It was a 42-second call.
So I'm gonna explain to you what what she said to them, since she's not going to do it. She said that someone was abducted, basically at gunpoint, from the Chick-fil-A up in Palm Coast. That the person was following a van that the other person was being held in, and they were on I-95, and then said they were pulled over on the side of I-95 at the 234 mile marker, which seems awful specific, which is almost to the South County line. So we not only had Port Orange Police Department, New Smyrna Police Department, Edgewater Police Department, Volusia Sheriff's Office, Brevard Sheriff's Office, because it was so close to the county line, to include a helicopter, Florida Highway Patrol, probably no less than 24 law enforcement officers that are all lights and siren running to, because a kidnapping is probably the most serious 911 call we would ever get. And with the information that was being given, it gave the optics that it was legitimate at first, you know?
So I have something really weird with that phone. When we first got that, the phone kept ringing non-stop, ringing in to me. And I was picking it up and there was like people talking and like, I'm like, hello, and like non-stop, like I mean every 4 seconds there was a call coming in with random numbers and I didn't know that. And I was hitting block contact, like as soon as we got that phone number.
Today.
So what I'm saying is when I picked up the phone, when we first charged that phone a few days ago, the phone was ringing non-stop again, right? I don't know. Something's up with that phone line.
Well,
Yeah.
She said that she did it.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, so it has nothing to do with that. I mean, you know, you get phone numbers that belong to people that have some different activity, but it has nothing to do with, she's already told us that she did this.
Yeah.
Here, Amanda. There, stop. Hey. Amanda, stop.
She can't even go to the dentist. I'm just saying. She can't go to the dentist.
Deep breaths.
Look over there.
Listen carefully. Don't make this. If you go somewhere, what it's going to involve is taking pictures, taking fingerprints, and then they're going to call your parents to come and get you. So don't make the situation any worse. They'll be up shortly after that.
They go in the car?
No, you can't go in the car.
You can cuff me if you have to.
It can't. It just can't happen.
He's gonna meet you out there.
No, please.
But anyway, she's
Dude,
gonna
I
go
would
there.
do anything to go in the car with you right now.
So they're going to be right here. They're not going anywhere. You're going to sit right here. We're not leaving right now. We're not going to leave until paperwork and things like that are done. So
It'll
stay
take a
calm.
while.
You can talk to your parents. We can open the window and let you talk to them. Nothing's going to happen to you. Do you understand that? Okay.
I'm telling you this right now. You're going to take this as a lesson at 11 years old that if you do something stupid in the future, you're going to enjoy those cuffs.
I'm not gonna do this again.
You know, Ava, this is going to be an opportunity for you to turn this into a learning experience. This is not something you're going to carry with you for the rest of your life, okay? This is not something you're going to go to prison for. It's not something you're going to spend time in jail for. This is a chance for you to learn from this. You understand that? Okay, so don't make this any worse than what it is right now. Stay calm. I'm going to let your father, your mother talk to you at the window.
What? You're going to get shoes on in a second. I'm going to get your shoes.
Sir, would you care if we went ahead and put her in the car? I don't know if your 7-year-old wants to witness her in handcuffs or not, or if you
Mike,
think it would be a
in the house.
learning experience.
In the house. Now.
I'm just gonna check you real quick. Do you have anything on you that might stick, poke, or hurt me in any way? Your shorts have pockets or anything? All right. Just gonna check around your belt line, okay? All right. We'll go ahead and go in the back over here. Just sit back here. If you need a hand, I'm happy to help you.
Huh?
I can help you in any way if you have trouble getting in. All right. Okay. It'll probably be a little bit cooler if you sit in front of the grate there. Okay.
As a result of her actions, the girl was hit with a felony charge for filing a fraudulent police report about a violent crime, as well as a misdemeanor for the improper use of the 911 system. She was initially taken to a family resource center before being moved to the county's juvenile detention facility. Roughly 1 week later, a judge permitted her to return to her home, where she remained under the direct supervision of her parents. Thank you for watching, and subscribe for more police body cam videos.